Operation Rising Line. How the Iran-Israel war started and ended. In the 13th of June, when Israel launched Operation Rising Line, it sent shockwaves around the world. Many feared it could escalate into World War III. When news of a ceasefire broke, the world breathed a sigh of relief. Here's a detailed look at how the war began and how it ended, in chronological order. June 13, 2025, the war begins. On this day, Israel launched Operation Rising Line with massive airstrikes on Iran's nuclear and military facilities. Several high-ranking Iranian military intelligence officials and nuclear scientists were killed. In retaliation, Iran fired over 100 ballistic missiles at Tel Aviv. June 14, 2025, retaliation and escalation. Iran launched more than 100 missiles and drones toward Israel. Most were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome. Israel claimed control over Tehran's airspace. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei issued a stark warning. Israel started this war. Now it won't be able to escape it. June 15, 2025, global concern. Markets reacted as fear spread, India's stock market dropped, and world leaders began urging de-escalation. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres warned that the war had reached a dangerous tipping point and called for immediate negotiations. June 16, 2025, strike on Tehran. Israel directly targeted Tehran, bombing the headquarters of Iran's state broadcaster IRIB. June 17, 2025, rising tensions and global advisories. As the Middle East grew increasingly unstable, India issued a travel advisory suspending flights to the region. Israel struck Iran's oil fields, while Iran retaliated by targeting Israeli ports. June 18, 2025, Khamenei's warning to the US. Khamenei warned the US that joining Israel in this war would have dire consequences. Israel attacked a nuclear research center in Isfahan, killing 3 senior Iranian commanders. June 19, 2025, Iran's missile show of force. Iran launched supersonic missiles like Foto-1 and Sagil, reaching Israel in just 12 minutes. Israel responded with airstrikes on 6 Iranian airbases, destroying 15 fighter jets and helicopters. June 20, 2025, Netanyahu's statement. Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu declared that the only solution was the elimination of Khamenei. Iran's Chief of Defense Staff Gholam Ali Rashid and Army Chief Ali Shadmani were killed. The US vetoed Israel's plan to assassinate Khamenei. June 21, 2025, the US joins the war. The United States launched strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities in Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan using Beta stealth bombers and Tomahawk missiles. Iran threatened to strike US bases in the Gulf. June 22, 2025, preparation for prolonged conflict. Israel prepared for a long-term campaign. Iran attacked Soroka Hospital in Israel, causing mass casualties. In return, Israel struck the Arak nuclear reactor. The US claimed Iran's nuclear program had been destroyed, but Iran said it had moved its uranium stockpiles in time. June 23, 2025, Iran strikes back. Iran launched missiles at the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange and other key Israeli targets. In response, Israel destroyed Iran's missile command center in Yazd. US Vice President J.D. Vance stated that the strikes had set Iran's nuclear program back by years. That night, Iran attacked a US airbase in Qatar, leading to further escalation. However, with Qatari mediation, both countries signed a ceasefire agreement. June 24, 2025, ceasefire declared. Donald Trump announced on Truth Social that Israel and Iran had agreed to a ceasefire after 12 days of intense war. The ceasefire took effect 6 hours later, marking a pause in hostilities and easing tensions across the Middle East.